I wake up with a start. Drenched in sweat, I tremble a bit from the horrific memory of the vivid dream I just had. Shaking my head, I decide to get out of bed and fetch a glass of water. The floor was cold, and my unpadded feet longed the warmth of the bed. Filling a cup with iced water, I held it to my overheated face. I tried to recall the nightmare without scaring myself. It was mere moments ago, but it seemed like a long, distant memory now. I could clearly remember blood and the peculiar smell of spoilt milk. Carrying my water to the couch, I closed my eyes and diverted all my energy into unraveling the mystery that was my nightmare. I know it was a stormy night, the inclement weather unusual in our town. At some point, I remember thunder and lightning, and that's where things took a turn for the worst in my delusory world. The wind was so loud in my ears, it replicated the howls of a wounded animal, and the banging of open windows because of its magnitude made the situation unbearable. I called to my husband to come to the living room and help to shut all the windows. I was about to shout his name again, but was interrupted by knocking on the main door. That was really odd, considering no one uninvited ever came to our place, and the thought of it being a murderer on this eerie night sent a shiver down my spine. Grabbing a big steel pan from the cabinet, I took hesitant steps towards the door. If things couldn't get any more predictable, the power went out the moment I heard the biggest clap of thunder. I opened the door to a rather strange sight. Our next-door neighbour was standing before me with a cake in his hand, 5 candles on it, asking us to join them in celebrating their daughter's birthday. My husband appeared next to me and thanked them for the invitation and politely declined. This seemed to anger the man, who plucked out a pocket knife and stabbed my husband's arm. My screams filled the corridor, and people from all the other houses began to open their doors and give us questioning looks. But no one came over, despite my wails for help. The door closed on its own and didn't open no matter how hard I twisted the knob. I ran to the washroom for the first aid kit and came back to a living room straight out of a horror movie. Dark and quiet, with the only sounds being the whoosh of the wind and blood splattered in drops on the floor.